For so many people, the fear of loss is running their lives. Not just the fear of heartbreak, but the fear of what happens if we're really on our own. Who's going to help if the car breaks down, if the bills pile up, if the doctor's report isn't what we were hoping for? That fear is real. And today I want to talk about what it does to us and how we rise anyway. Welcome to Mindset Medicine with Dr. Tanya Burfield, where science meets soul, burnout meets boundaries, and high achieving women finally stop performing and start healing. I am a resilience and transformation expert, nervous system strategist, and recovering overfunctioner just like you. This podcast is your sanctuary for breaking cycles, rewriting stories, and reclaiming your energy, your peace, and your power. Each week, we blend neuroscience, somatic practices, and spiritual truth to help you unlearn the noise and remember who you really are. You're not broken. You're breaking free. And this is your medicine. You know what is wild? So many of us have never actually been alone. Think about this. We go from our family home to roommates, to partnership, to kids, sometimes straight from one relationship to another. And the truth is, we have rarely lived without someone else in the picture. And so the fear of losing that someone is real. Sometimes we don't even understand that that's what the fear is about. It's not just about love or companionship. It's the what ifs. What if I need a ride and no one is there? What if something breaks in the house and I don't know how to fix it? What if I get sick or there's a medical issue or I can't take care of myself? What if I can't make enough financially to survive on my own? That's the weight. Remember, we're talking about oracle cards this week in the spread that I pulled for October. So this one, the Three of Sword, that weight of loss is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the card of heartbreak and loss. It's not just emotional, it's logistical, it's survival. And that fear burrows deep. So just as a reminder, this is why we are sitting in this particular tarot spread for this month, because I was working to resolve my own issue. And as often as happens when I am working through something, I pull the spread and realize this was not just about me. It's about you. It's about you too. So this deck is the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. I don't share tarot very often. It's not nearly as intuitive for me as Oracle, but this one really called out to me. So it was a 4-card spread, and the 4 cards are the first one I just talked about, the Three of Swords, heartbreak or fear of loss. The second is the Queen of Cups, which is emotional wisdom and self-compassion. The Nine of Pentacles is sovereignty and standing strong in your own worth. And then the last one is justice. So that is balance and truth and alignment. These 4 cards are the map that we are following for the entire month of October. They don't just tell my story, they tell our story, where fear has lived, where healing begins, and what it looks like to rise into yourself. If you haven't already, go back to the episode from October 6th. The meditation for this work is there and ready for you. Listen to it as often as you need to. Let's start with the fear. So, what do we do when we feel that fear? We search. We search for the person. We search for the role. We search for the job. We search for the achievement. We search for the next big thing that will finally make us feel safe, feel stable, feel whole. I spent years chasing that. The degrees, the titles, the partnerships, the accomplishments, each time thinking, this is it. This is the thing. This will finally make me feel like I am enough, I am whole, and I am fulfilling my purpose. Spoiler alert, my friend, I have yet to get there. The wholeness was never out there. It was always here, always within me. So sometimes trauma might dim that truth, or a lack of confidence may convince you otherwise. But the soul never leaves. That light doesn't go out. It waits for you to remember. That's where the Queen of Cups card, that was a lot to say. That's where the Queen of Cups card comes in. She holds this chalice of emotional wisdom. She reminds us that true security is not about controlling every variable in life. It is about learning to hold ourselves with compassion when the what ifs come, because they come. So it is about holding yourself with compassion when that what if gets here. And again, remember the spread. After the heartbreak, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups is the balm. She is the reminder that we can be our own safe place. We can meet fear with compassion instead of performance. And then this is where the Nine of Pentacles and Justice will enter the picture. The Nine of Pentacles is sovereignty. That is standing in your own worth, not waiting for permission, not outsourcing your value. Imagine standing in your own lush garden because you have cultivated it. You have invested in yourself. That's sovereignty. And then justice is the balance. It's not that the fear disappears. The fear is always going to sit on one side of the scale, but the freedom lives on the other. And over time, as we rise into self, freedom starts to outweigh the fear. That's the beauty of this month's spread. It doesn't stop at heartbreak. It moves us through emotional wisdom into sovereignty and then into balance. It's that full arc, that journey that we are going on this month. And you know me, you know I like the tangible tools, so I want to give you something practical here, a way to remind your nervous system that you are safe and you are supported. So I want you to find the center of your chest, right above your heart, maybe just a little bit higher on the chest if you can see mine. This is an acupressure point, and it's called the Sea of Tranquility. So take two or three fingers from one or both hands and just start tapping very gently on this spot. Take a nice deep breath. Take a moment just to ground yourself here. Just feel into it. Tap that chest very lightly. Again, one hand, both hands, whichever you'd like. Take as long as you want. And then I want you to switch to small circles. So again, you can use one hand, you can use both hands. You can go straight up and down. You can go side to side. You can circle in the same direction. You can circle in opposite directions. This is whatever makes you happy. Take a nice deep breath. Really ground into that. Just let yourself calm down, relax. And now I want you to take your fingers and I'm like sort of center them in your chest and just sort of push in and imagine your fingers are gently pulling the space open in your chest. Just pull it open. Feel like you are creating room for breath, room for truth, room for you. Just take a nice deep breath. Nice, slow in and out. And just remember, you are safe. You are open. You are whole. Continue this for as long as you want. Any one of those things. Tap, circle, pull, and just continue to breathe and ground and come back to that as often as you want. This practice calms your body. It regulates your breath. It signals to your nervous system that you don't have to brace for loss. You can lean into presence and you can lean into the peace. That is exactly what I unpack in my book, Radical Resilience. It is the blueprint from moving from performing to pleasing to healing and reclaiming. It is now available on Amazon. Okay, friend, I know what it feels like to carry the heartbreak that like it defines you, to feel like wholeness lives somewhere out there in a person, a role, a paycheck, or a house with lights on and someone to come home to. But the truth is, you are not broken. You are breaking free. This journey isn't about finding yourself out there. It's about remembering who you have been all along. So pre-order the book, Radical Resilience, sign up for a one-on-one call, download the Anxiety Reset Toolkit, whatever it is that I can do to support you. I am here for it. And remember, I love you.